Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. The Bold and the Beautiful B&B spoilers recap for Monday, January 13, reveals that April Jameson Belushi, the lab tech, told Lee Finnegan, Naomi Matsuda, about some organ donors who didn't meet the requirements for human donations. Their organs were going to be donated to medical schools instead, including Tom Starr's Clint Howard. Poppy Nozoa, Romy Park, received news on Tom's organ situation when she delivered a box of donuts to Lai. Although Poppy hoped she'd been making progress with her sister, Lai gave her an attitude over how she raised Luna Nozoa, Lisa Yamada. Poppy complained about Lai's harsh treatment of her, which started long before Luna ever took anyone out. When Poppy demanded to know the reason for Lai's cruelty, Lai insisted that she didn't trust her sister and never had. Lai also went on a rant about all the wealthy men Poppy targeted and questioned if Poppy was even sure Tom was Luna's father. Poppy ultimately shut the conversation down and left in a huff. Once Lai was alone, she got on the phone and confirmed through April that Tom's liver was still at the hospital. Lai had April bring the liver to her office and hinted about getting some answers that had been needed for years. At the Spencer mansion, Luna assured Bill Spencer, Don Diamond, that she understood the rules and was grateful to be out of that awful prison. Although Luna expressed remorse over Tom and Paul Hollis W. Chambers, Bill understood that she was trying to overcome her upbringing. As Luna and Bill rehashed how she manufactured the proof that he was her bio dad, she admitted she just couldn't live with the thought of Tom being her real father. At the Forrester mansion, Eric Forrester, John McCook, and Steffy Forrester, Jacqueline Massinswood, were happy over Ridge Forrester, Thorsten Kaye, and Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Buddig, reconnecting. Steffy was certainly glad about Ridge's breakup with Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, so she voiced her approval. Steffy also insisted today was the day she went back to Forrester Creations, so Zen Forrester Dominguez, Delon Demetz, got updates upon his arrival and wondered about the details of her plan. At Forrester Creations on Monday's B&B episode, a glum Brooke struggled to focus on work since her mind was on Ridge's reunion with Taylor. Both Hope Logan, Annika Noel, and Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, had sympathy due to Brooke's heartbreak. Steffy eventually showed up and pointed out that she had to protect her investment as a shareholder. After Steffy announced that she wanted to return to work at Forrester Creations, Hope questioned her change of heart. Steffy assured Hope, Carter, and Brooke that she was willing to sacrifice anything for the sake of the company, even her dignity. Since Steffy wanted a place for her children to work in the future, she was committed to pitching in. Steffy thought Carter should make her the president of Forrester Creations and promised she wouldn't cause any problems. Although Hope and Carter seemed skeptical, Steffy eventually held out her hand to Carter and asked if they had a deal. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Steffy's about to lock in the position she's after, so we'll pass along more predictions on where her plan will go from here. The Los Angeles morning sun bathed the Forrester mansion in golden light, but the warmth outside was a sharp contrast to the chilly tensions brewing inside. As the Forrester, Logan, and Spencer families navigated their tangled relationships, Monday's episode brought revelations, suspicions, and a surprising medical twist that no one saw coming. The episode began with Hope Logan standing in the Forrester living room, her arms crossed and her eyes fixed on Steffy Forrester, who was seated on the sofa with an air of defiance. The tension between the two women was palpable, as they once again found themselves at odds over Liam Spencer. Hope, struggling to keep her voice steady, questioned Steffy's recent behavior. "You've been spending a lot of time with Liam," Hope began, her tone laced with suspicion. "And let's not pretend this is all about Kelly. What are you really after, Steffy?" Steffy arched an eyebrow, her expression unreadable. "Kelly's my daughter, Hope. Of course, I'm going to prioritize her. But if you're implying that I'm trying to come between you and Liam again, you're way off base." Hope's eyes narrowed. "Am I? Because history has a way of repeating itself when it comes to you and Liam." The conversation escalated, with Steffy accusing Hope of being insecure and Hope firing back that Steffy had always known how to manipulate situations to her advantage. It was a classic Love and Forrester showdown, with neither woman willing to back down. Meanwhile, Liam was at Spencer Publications, confiding in Wyatt about the ongoing tensions. "Man, I feel like I'm stuck in the middle of a war zone," Liam admitted, running a hand through his hair. Hope's convinced that Steffy has ulterior motives, and Steffy thinks Hope is overreacting. "I don't even know what to believe anymore." Wyatt gave his brother a sympathetic look. "You know, bro, maybe it's time you set some boundaries. You can't keep bouncing back and forth between them. It's not fair to either of them, or to yourself." Liam sighed, knowing Wyatt was right, but unsure of how to untangle the mess he'd helped create. Across town at the hospital, Dr. Lee Finnegan was hard at work, reviewing a file with a furrowed brow. She was startled when Dr. John Finn Finnegan, her son and Steffy's husband, walked into her office. "Mom, is everything okay?" Finn asked, concerned by her serious expression. Lee hesitated before answering. "I've been waiting for a liver transplant, as you know. The good news is, a donor has been found." "But Finn," she paused, her voice trembling. "The donor is someone we know. It's Thomas." Finn's eyes widened in shock. "Thomas Forrester, Steffy's brother? How is that even possible?" Lee explained that Thomas, who had been hospitalized after a sudden medical crisis, had been declared brain dead. His organs were being donated to save other lives, and she was one of the recipients. "It's bittersweet," Lee admitted. "I'm grateful for this second chance, but my heart breaks for the Forrester family." Finn nodded, his mind racing as he processed the news. He knew this revelation would send shockwaves through the family, especially Steffy, who was already dealing with so much. At Forrester Creations, Ridge and Taylor were in Ridge's office, trying to come to terms with Thomas's condition. "I can't believe this is happening," Ridge said, his voice thick with emotion. He was just starting to turn his life around. Taylor placed a comforting hand on his shoulder. "Ridge, I know this is devastating, but we have to focus on honoring Thomas's wishes. He wanted to help others, even in death. That's why he registered as an organ donor." Their conversation was interrupted when Finn arrived to deliver the news about Lee. "Steffy's mom, Ridge, there's something you need to know." Finn began carefully. "One of Thomas's organs is going to my mom. She's the recipient of his liver." Ridge and Taylor exchanged stunned looks, their grief momentarily overshadowed by the weight of this revelation. Back at the Cliff House, Steffy was spending time with Kelly when Finn returned home, visibly shaken. "What's wrong?" Steffy asked, immediately sensing something was off. Finn hesitated, unsure of how to break the news. "It's about Thomas," he said finally. "Your mom and dad made the decision to donate his organs. And one of them is going to my mom." Steffy's face registered a mix of shock and disbelief. "Lee, she's getting Thomas's liver?" Finn nodded. "I know this is a lot to take in, but it's a reminder of how selfless Thomas was. Even in death, he's saving lives." Tears welled up in Steffy's eyes as she processed the bittersweet news. She felt an overwhelming sense of loss, but also a glimmer of solace knowing that Thomas' legacy would live on. Later that evening, Hope confronted Liam at the cabin, still fuming from her earlier encounter with Steffy. "I can't do this anymore, Liam," Hope said, her voice breaking. "I can't keep living with this constant tug-of-war. You need to choose once and for all, me or Steffy." Liam looked at her torn. "Hope, you know I love you, but Steffy and I share a child. That connection will always be there." Hope shook her head, her frustration boiling over. "This isn't just about Kelly. It's about boundaries, Liam. And right now, it feels like you don't have any." Their argument ended in a tense silence, with both of them unsure of where they stood. As the episode drew to a close, the Forresters, Logans, and Spencers reflected on the day's events. Despite the heartache and tension, there were moments of hope and unity. At the hospital, Lee woke up from surgery, her condition stable. Finn stood by her bedside, holding her hand and silently thanking Thomas for his sacrifice. Monday's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful was a roller coaster of emotions, leaving fans eager to see how these storylines will unfold. Will Hope and Liam's relationship survive the latest round of drama? How will Steffy cope with Thomas's loss and his connection to Lee's recovery? And what other surprises lie ahead for the Forresters, Logans, and Spencers? Stay tuned. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay with us.